The only thing I would try to get this more 50-50 with your heel to toe. But as you get into your right side, you load into your right side, you can see pretty nicely. This is,
right.
yeah. And you have a nice vertical trace, linear trace. You go straight into the, from the right to the left. Look at the velocity. That's how quickly you change directions, which is good. And then you're posting up nicely there. So yeah, I like it.
Got my homework.
It's a linear trace, which is good. That's when you study that on body track. The more linear your trace is, the straighter you're going to hit the ball. Some guys have what's called a hook trace, where they go, if the little ball goes from the center of the crosshairs right here and it goes back into the heel, then it goes into the toe, then it goes back into the heel. So they got sort of a little hook trace. There's no right or wrong, but there are power traces and then there's accuracy traces. You can see you're on your toes, which is fine. I mean, I used to teach get into the heel, but the more I see the better players go up off the ground and they're playing good golf, I don't see it being bad. Hitting the ball good. I mean, I like that post-up move for you. That's quite a bit different, though, you know, than what you were doing a few minutes ago.
Yeah. You just have to incorporate it so it happens, not necessarily trying to...
Well, you know, the motor learning part, there's 4 stages to motor learning. There's unconscious incompetence, which means you don't know what you don't know. Then there's conscious incompetence, which is you know you're not doing it right.
Right.
Then there's conscious competence, where you're aware you're doing it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's unconscious competence, where you do it automatically.
Nice.
And so the 4 stages of learning you go through. You go without a club in slow motion, with a mirror, using feedback, eyes closed, shoes off. The receptors on your feet are very active when you have your feet off, and you're more keenly sensitive to what your body's doing. And then you do it eyes open without a club, then you do it eyes open with a club with feedback, and then you hit some shots. But the more movement you can do, now I will say that backswing is shorter than I've seen you in years, you know, but you're trying to stabilize. You're trying not to move as much off the ball. So I can see why the swing's gotten shorter. You can see a big difference here between that position and this position when we get to impact on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to transfer that energy much better to the club head and use your chest a little better as you get that posting up mechanism established and ingrained.